What's up, guys? It's your boy vicioussfolife back with a different type of video today. I want to talk about an upcoming game, Maximum Football 2023. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm a Madden guy. I buy Madden every year. I love talking about Madden. As you can tell by the videos on my channel, I love playing me some Madden. But before being a Madden guy, I am a football guy. And I won't lie to you, competition is always going to be a good thing. Now, for as great as Madden is, there is always things that it can improve on, and I'm super excited to see other games that are actually somewhat able to kind of compete against it, and I think Maximum Football 2023 is going to be one of those games. Developed in the Unreal 5 engine, it offers a lot of unlimited customization. The only thing that we have to really borrow is the gameplay. Now, I won't lie to you, normally for these non-Madden games, I judge how it plays online, how's the game gonna flow out. I don't have the answer to these yet, but I do know since it's free to play and it'll be on stream, I am going to dust off my PC gaming. I do know it being on stream, I'm going to dust off my PC and actually get in there and game it. I'm kind of excited, so I figured for this video what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of read what the developer of the project has talked about the game, give my little takes on it, what I'm looking forward to. But hey, like I said, football's about to be back and we're about to have a lot more options to pick from. So let's dig in. All right, here we go. We have an article that's gonna be talking with Micah Brown. He is the the development director when it comes to Maximum Football. Gonna give you this article link below, along with a link to the trailer that we're going to play. Now, first thing you're going to see here is going to release for the PC in spring 2023, then later this year for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Super excited for that. It's free to play, so there's really no barrier to entry into this title. All you have to do is just download it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, free to play. Money's got to come in somewhere. How's that going to be about? We don't have an answer for that yet, but it's already been confirmed that you'll be able to do all of the modes that you want to do, such as playing online, Dynasty, Pro, College, all of that, without actually having to drop a dime. Now, what does that exactly entail? We'll find out. But if we go over here, this is one thing I want to talk about. The endless customization. They've already confirmed you can basically customize your people, upload it to online. So I feel like fairly soon after it releases, we're gonna see people upload NFL rosters, college rosters, XFL, USALA, or whatever it's called, all onto this game so that we can play with it. And then of course we'll see physics-based gameplay. Gameplay is gonna be the real key thing. I know for me, the bells and whistle customizations are really cool and all, but how does the game run? So let's scroll down here just a little bit. It's kind of just talking about his influences. You know, big fan of Tech Mobile, 2K4, 2K5, Madden 04 through Madden 08, and Backbreaker. I love the denotion of what Madden, so telling you what were the golden years to him and Madden. But if we go down, we're gonna talk about this section here. Now, I remember back in the day when I played 2K, the controls were tight and it really made me feel like I was in control of the game. That's how we are building Maximum Football. We don't have long animations that involve 5 to 6 players. All of our animations are quick and we focus on transitioning in and out of them without interfering with user control. This plus our focus on physics ensures that we never have plays that feel scripted or predetermined. Okay, so if you play Madden, you kind of know what he's alluding to. There's some sequences in Madden where when you play enough of the game, you know how it goes down. You know if you see a catch that is going to probably result in a certain animation, or if someone doesn't move a certain way, it's going to result in a certain animation, or if a tackle goes a certain way, it's going to result in the same animation. Madden 23 kind of does better with this. I don't feel it's as animation based and scripted, but I won't lie, there's definitely animations that come into play. Doesn't feel as controlled compared to previous years, but you know it's still there under somewhat. So if they're offering the fact that when you have a player in their game and there's going to be no animations, none of that, that's definitely intriguing. I don't know how it's going to necessarily work out, because Backbreaker I think was also like that. And not gonna lie, I played Backbreaker a little bit. There was some chaos on the field. So really hope it is a little bit more reeled in than that. But once again, we got to see. Now, this is kind of where he talks about the differences, the responsiveness, really talking about more about Madden's animation style. I'm not going to tee on there. Another key aspect of Maximum Football focuses on this customization. You can import almost any image you want as your logo, change any of your team colors, patterns of equipment, edit your rosters as much as you want, and share all of it online. This right here is letting you know you can have a field day. This is why I was saying you're probably going to see college teams, NFL teams from the past. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. I'm pretty sure someone's going to do an NFL ed and have the actual NFL teams for you to utilize. The only thing I worry about this is if you can add people's customizations and their attributes when you go to play online. Is it going to be, well, you have to go against everyone on this team who's rated like 99 overall? Is there going to be a way to scale the balance? Because if it's going to be one of those things where everyone online is a 99, that's definitely going to get whacked real quickly. Hopefully they have a way of balancing that out, but still something worth noting. If we scroll down, we put here, the customization not only extends the visual names and stats, but also to player strategy. At launch, players will be able to create their own playbooks, adding and removing plays at will. Supports for custom plays will be added in a future update. So they're letting you know right from the jump, you can make your own playbook, you can take plays away, you can add plays. There are going to be custom plays, you can make them. Custom plays, I don't know how I necessarily feel about that one. I've seen custom plays in Madden. You can get really ugly. Hopefully they have it to be where it's a little bit more structured and grounded. You're going to be seeing a whole bunch of stuff, so you want to make sure that if you are going to allow custom plays, that it doesn't get cheap. That's where you're really going to find out how your AI does when it has to handle players doing all these crazy route combinations at once. So this kind of going to the free-to-play model, how this is like one of the bigger games to actually do it. We all know there's another game, the soccer game. Let me see here. I like this one. Free-to-play gives us the freedom to respond to fan feedback throughout development and continue to add depth to game modes over time. He explains we want to create a football platform where users can play with tons of different rule sets, field configurations, severe weather changes, and more without having to relaunch the game every year. You shouldn't have to rebuild a franchise from scratch every year when they purchase a new sports title. Very ambitious, very, very forward thinking. I like that. I do like the idea that it's free to play, because if you're gonna do that, that means you can have those inaugural updates without actually having to buy it. A great example is Apex Legends. Everyone knows about Apex Legends. As someone who played from the first season, I can tell you the game has changed tremendously, and unlike Madden, they don't need to have to release a new edition every single year. They could just add a really big update that overhauls the whole game. Plus, I do feel like with it being free to play, they're going to be able to really nuance the game to what they want. People don't realize this, but the NFL really controls what Madden can do and they can't do. And a lot of things that they really would like to do, such as adding big hits or adding certain things, they can't because the NFL says, nah. So actually having that umbrella of not being under that judgment, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities. As we keep scrolling down, once again, let's talk about how they're going to make revenue. Something I would encourage you guys to really dig in deeper and look. They are displaying like ads in the screen. One thing here though, great promise is Brown also promises that the paid content would not split the player base, saying that online play is open to everyone. That way the online community isn't a fraction. You can always find a match. This is going to be important for the long-term health of the game, since player retention is much easier with short queue times. That is absolutely correct. If there is a way to fragment a player base, is definitely making it be, oh, well, you have to have this or buy this so that you can play online or be competitive. You don't want that to be a case. That's a problem with MUT. In Madden, if you don't have the time to dedicate to a MUT team, then it's going to be really tough to survive in playing that mode. So this is kind of talking about the licenses. So an important one for sports fan worldwide is the the players can expect in this department. After all, esports is a firm grip on official NFL material. We have licenses with popular sports brands that will in the future for some of our customizable player equipment. But he reveals that rather than provide users with their favorite teams and players, will give users the tools to create whatever team or player they want on their own. If you want to create a Hall of Fame team, you can do that. If you want to create a team full of scientists like Einstein, with Einstein at QB, you can do that. If you want President Lincoln to be your starting fullback, you can create him and add him to a roster. So once again, customization limitless. The license, not having a license does come with advantages. Some time ago, EA Sports had to tone down tackling animations and collisions on Madden because the NFL did not like how violent they look. There are a lot of cool things that a licensed sports game just can't do because of licensing restrictions. Brown agrees, we don't have those constraints. We can make hits as hard as they are in real life. So see that? There's no tampering or watering down the violence. They can do what they need to do that they feel actually accurately represents the tackles, which once again, I like. For this, the team record thousands of hours of authentic animations from professional football players and combine them with a variety of systems to create ultra-realistic gameplay. Brown explains that during blocking engagements, we take the momentum from both players involved and use it to help determine which player gets leverage during the block. This leads to wonderful moments where athletes are flung through the air as the players feel the visceral impact of the tackle. You take a lifeless ragdoll body and stiffen different joints during contact to make it appear like the body's tightened up. So for instance, if you only stiffen the right knee joint and tackle the character, you will see the right leg trying to stay rigid while the rest of the body goes in. We use these ragdolls during big hits, so one player gets struck by the other. We turn on the ragdoll right when the player gets struck and then turn it off after he hits the ground and bounces around for a moment. Animation-based physics help to keep these scenes fresh, making them look a little bit different every time. Another system featured in Maximum Football is depenetration, which helps reduce the amount of limbs sticking through the other player's body by catching them and pushing them out before they're being rendered on the screen. Once again, that's something you always see with Madden. They do try to tone it down. Like, won't lie, the patches do try to tone it down, but sometimes have those awkward animations where the player walks up to like the stadium rail and his hands going through the rail, or all which away, or see the player's hands go through someone's body. So they're basically coming out and saying you shouldn't see that with them. Lofty goal, hope it's true. Definitely will be checking for it. The team has used the Unreal 5 to achieve all this according to Brown. Lighting, physics, audio, animation tools, and many other features built into the Unreal 5 gives the ability to compete with AA football titles. Here's my thing. The problem with all of the other indie-based football titles are they look indie-based. Like, they don't look like there's production in them at all. And it's a turnoff. You go for playing Madden to that, it's like you have to really just dislike it in order to have fun with it. If you see these screenshots, and you'll see the trailer I'm about to drop below. This game actually looks the part. Looks like there is some detail and depth into it. So I really think that's going to help win people over. Maximum Football will launch with online multiplayer, offering competitive and casual mode, as well as Dynasty and Pro Season mode, which for the time being will only be playable alone. We will start working on multiplayer, Dynasty, and franchise mode after launch. Both modes will be in the same universe, so you'll be able to send Dynasty players to your franchise league and draft them onto your pro teams. Multiplayer will also allow you to play against other players at launch with team-based modes and co-op for 2 players coming later. We want to get all the way to 11-11 big team modes that users can drop in out of ongoing games, Brown says. Launch is a priority right now when asking about accessibility features and controls. Brown says that we know players' expectations are going to be shaped by other games, so our attendance ensure we're providing simpler baseline features that players have come to expect. Brown and his team have hopefully learned from eFootball's catastrophic launch in this regard, which still dominates perception around it to this day. First impressions are important after all. A lot to digest there and go through, so we already know online multiplayer is going to be there at launch with a competitive and casual mode, as well as Dynasty and Pro Season. For people who like Dynasty and Pro Season in the same universe, so you can, in theory, have your star athlete go for the Dynasty and then get drafted by your Pro team and you play with them in your Pro mode or your Pro Season. Cool feature, definitely dope. No NCAA back in the day used to let you do that, where you can import a draft cast into Madden and then you can draft those teams. So now they're saying instead of having to do an import, it's all connected in the same universe, which is beyond dope. With the player letting you know that they're gonna try to prove multiplayer, so not just being on one versus one side, but eventually 11-11, where everyone can pick their own position in the field. Super dope as well, highly ambitious. Let me just see if there's anything else here. They just want to be a competitor in the space. That's what it sounds like. So can't complain with that. Can't complain with that whatsoever. So everything that we saw really looked good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the trailer. Let me know below if you think this is going to be something you're looking forward to. And for me, I always feel like having more football games than just one is always a big deal. Always wanted to make sure that if I was going to actually get myself into another football game, it looks the part. This game looks the part. We're hopefully looking potentially by 2025 to have 3 big names in the football game scene. Madden, of course, 2K when they're able to drop their projects, and then Maximum Football. I'm super excited. I'm rooting for this game. I will be covering on the channel. Like I said, when the early access comes out, I will be on there to play it, let you see all the games that I play, give my my impressions and everything. That being said, let me know in the comments below what you are thinking about when it comes to this game. Are you excited? Are you hesitant? Do you think you'll play it? Are you just like, nah? Let me know. Without further ado, let me drop this trailer. And of course, as always, peace.